What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to the 9th episode of PlanetBase. So during the previous episode, I kind of cut myself off a little bit. I wanted to talk about the cargo facilities a little bit, but the end of the episode just kind of creeped up on me, and all of a sudden there I was, you know, closing shop. But yeah, I kind of do want to talk about it again, even though that was like a few days ago over the weekend. That was what, Friday. So I like how in this game you can limit the production on certain goods, right? So I think it would be really cool if you could do the same kind of thing with your cargo facilities. Like, you can say there can be so much food can go in here, so much metal. This is essentially repeating what I was saying right at the end of the other episode, but yeah, I think that would be really great because the cargo facility just kind of fills up with, you know, whatever you're producing the most of. In my case, food, you know, so it's mostly food in there. And, you know, I want to see a good stock of bioplastic and metal and some other things in there. And it becomes kind of problematic because what happens is if you're not constantly building things, then certain things get backed up in certain machines and that sort of thing. That of course hasn't happened to us yet, and it probably won't, because I'm usually pretty efficient about using my time, and I'm always looking around the map all the time, checking on things. All right, how many, you know, pieces of ore are in this machine? Okay, how many whatever pieces of bioplastic are here, that sort of thing, or how many pieces have we set down to build the next facility? So I'm pretty much on top of it in that regard, but still, it would just be nice. It would be nice indeed. Anyways, yeah, so during the previous episode, we kind of left off building the robotics facility, and I want to get this up and running as soon as I possibly can. Yeah, looks like my good faithful yellow bot's heading over there to possibly weld some stuff. He's not carrying anything, so okay, cool. So right towards the beginning of this episode, we are going to get our robotics facility up and running. And during the previous episode, I noticed that the engineer was working on the capacitor machines. So very soon, the robots will no longer need to sit there and rely on the engineers when they start getting low on their condition. Their level. I always want to say battery power every time I think battery power, because I'm thinking Startopia. Every single time I'm thinking, oh, they're running out of power, right? But no, that's not how this game works. They have a overall degradation level and then a bottom degradation level that I was kind of talking about how in the previous episode it'd be cool if you could use like a capacitor or something to not lose. I don't want to lose yellow bot, not yellow bot. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the technology before that happens, before I lose the yellow bot. But with the robotics facility, I will be able to crank out a bunch of the blue bots, and that's nice because they actually kind of fling around all over the place. And, you know, with them moving the cargo and the workers not having to do that, they'll all be able to focus on their jobs and dedicate their time towards their jobs. Because it does seem that, like, all the members inside the base now, after some patching, they all pick and carry stuff to the cargo facilities and all that stuff. So, I mean, that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. In fact, we are, I believe, one patch behind right now at this moment in this particular gameplay. They had just released a patch, and now I can go to the Steam news page and read the thing. I don't have to go to the web page, but yeah, they just released a patch that lowered the food requirements, and they also did something to where they don't need they can go a little longer without having to have the protein, the pork or beef or chicken or whatever. So that's kind of a good thing. Yeah, see, look, it's already up and running. Check that out. Yellow bot's getting repaired on the machine there. So I already had everything all ready to go once I had that built, and that is absolutely fantastic. So now the bots don't have to rely on the engineers. And usually when they have that little yellow, wrench symbol above their head, they're going a little slower than they typically do. So now they're going to be just flying all around the place, because it's not the most efficiently built space station, I will admit. Yes, the commenter in the 3rd episode, bringing that person up again, was stating fact, but sometimes just don't want to admit when I'm wrong. Just don't want to admit when I'm wrong. And kind of makes me think of my last video that I did on Saturday. Even though I did get a lot of likes on the video, and the video I'm referencing is my Universum pre-alpha look. Perhaps maybe I was a little too hard on the game. From the comments, it seems like there was a lot of likes on comments that were saying, dude, chill out, it's a pre-alpha, expect the bugs, right? But from my perspective, and I'm sidetracking, of course, because I'm King Sidetrack, right? Okay, all right. Now that we've established that, let's continue down the line of thought that I was going there. Okay, so I was up all night long, and when I said that I tried to record the game like 35 times, and they were like 20-30 minute sessions each. By the time I had made that video, I was tired, I was irritated, and I just wanted to say how it was. I just wanted to call it out how exactly it was. And it may have come off to be a little bit too harsh. Sometimes I don't mean to be that way, but I think I was clear in the video, like how I expressed how, sometimes when I really want a game to be really, really good, I can get a little hard on the game. Especially with, like, if you guys look back at, like, my Planetary Annihilation videos in the alpha stage, I was super hard on that game. Super, super hard. And I think it actually turned out to be something pretty decent. And I think the same thing is probably gonna happen with the Universum, but for now it's just not playable. And I was at my wit's end, and that's, I guess, how I came off. But I don't know, for those of you who are watching this particular episode that are backers of the Universum, and you didn't like that video because you felt I was too harsh, I apologize. I always say that sometimes I'm not always right. Anyways, let's hop back into PlanetBase here. Let's talk about PlanetBase, because yeah. All right. So robotics lab up and running completely, so we can build robots, just the carrier robots, like I said. And now I'm looking into the thing that I said that I wanted to do in 2 consecutive episodes, and that is start developing a security system to defend against the strikes, to give myself a little more comfortable place to live in here, so I don't have to worry about people getting killed and all that, So this is the first step in that process. So we are building a control facility right here. The second step in the process is to build some telescopes. I don't know if I'm going to do that right away. I think I'm going to wait until I get enough metal and bioplastic to go over there and get that control room all started and going and all that stuff. Now, there was a comment on the previous episode kind of expressing that, they wanted me to move on to some of the other planets that are harder. And yeah, that's cool, but we haven't even explored completely, like, what, this game has to offer in this Let's Play. So why would I want to just like drop this and then move on to the next thing? I want to go all the way down the rabbit hole with this particular, this Let's Play. So that's kind of my plan. I'm gonna build the defensive thing, and then we're gonna get some tax, we're gonna do some trading, we're gonna let some people in. I want to see, some solar flares. I want to see some bad guys come in here and try to shoot my colonist. I want to see it all in this Let's Play, and I don't want to just like drop this and say, okay, well, we've got enough achievements so we can move on to the frozen planet. Oh, we have enough achievements so we can move on to the moon planet. Yeah, it's not exactly what I had in store for this particular, when I started this, that's not what I was thinking when I was doing this Let's Play. I don't know if that even came out right. Do you guys understand what I'm saying there? Sometimes, yeah. Okay, oh, I need to mention this. All right. I was gonna do like a 15-minute episode for each of these for, the rest of the week or whatever, but I'm gonna be fudging around with my computer systems on possibly Wednesday, right? I'd like to get a video up till, I'd like to get at least 3 videos out for this week, but there's a chance that I may not get any videos out until next week. Or maybe I'll do some extra ones on the weekend kind of thing to make up for not doing videos during the week. Because, yeah, I'm going to be doing a little bit of rearrangement with my computer systems. So just to let you guys know, give you a heads up. That way you're like, oh, where's episode, 13? Where's episode 14? Where you at there, DX? I'm just letting you know. Just want you guys to know what's going on. Normally I would do that in a channel update, but it seems like the majority of you guys that are hanging out with me on my channel are actually watching this Let's Play. And I do appreciate that. Of course, there is always the chance that I am a little worker elf all through the night on Wednesday and I get everything fixed up the way I want it. And we continue as normal, and then we have pretty much half-an-hour long episodes of PlanetBase all throughout the week. Wouldn't that be just fantastic? I know some of you guys in particular would not mind that. Some of you guys don't mind when I do 15 minutes. You're like, yeah, you're totally cool with it. But some of you guys are like, longer episodes, do it, DX. Longer episodes. So yeah. We'll see what we can make happen there. But there's things that just need to be done. Some hardware needs to be swapped out. I got some things going on that I don't want bad things to happen to data and all that. So I need to definitely hammer that out so I don't lose stuff. I do have a backup drive for like some really important stuff that I may do down the line, like some Kerbal stuff that I constantly get asked to do more Kerbal or X Rebirth or whatever. Unfortunately with X Rebirth, even though I do have the save files, I have to start over because it's corrupted. It will not work, will not load, it's broken, and that sucks. So I will have to build a completely new empire from scratch if I do in fact play that game. Also, I was going to mention that because I wasn't expecting the Universum to come out on Saturday, I was actually planning on doing a video of Angels Fall first, because I picked that up and I've been playing that, and I think it's a pretty interesting game. I think it's kind of fun, so I was gonna do like a look video of that, so maybe that'll happen during this weekend, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I picked up Ark Survival, but I have not touched it. I have played it for 0 seconds, 0 minutes, 0 hours. So that could be a potential Let's Play if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, with my take, my flavor, my thought process. You know how I roll. And some of you expressed interest in me actually checking that out. So can't talk? Nope. I'm not gonna try. No, it's very possible that could happen if I get enough interest in that. Alright, so how you guys doing there? Workers are sad. They got sad faces. And that is because we have 29 people in the colony. We have one piece of entertainment for the entire colony, and that is the TV in the canteen. I'm actually surprised that more people are not unhappy. Ooh, I like seeing that. Engineer just dropped off a capacitor inside of the bot machine. That means that potentially a blue bot may be coming out soon. Alright, so I don't like seeing all the sad faces on the workers. They need to... I know I talked about... I need to build them a rec center. I really do. There's two different ways I can solve the sadness thing. If it becomes a dominant issue. Which I don't know how it's not, actually. I don't know how I'm not having serious problems with morale. But I seem to be doing okay. And that is the whole building them their own housing. So it's either the rec center or the housing. And you can build the smaller rec center, but it won't fit there's these treadmills that they can run on, and I feel like the treadmills make them more happy than the pull-up bars. You imagine yourself inside of a colony on Mars, and all you could do in the rec center is pull-ups. That would just suck, you know. So I want to give them a proper rec center, and with the bigger rec center, I can put some more TVs up and stuff, so they can, you know, hang out and chill. I think there's some benches. I don't know if they can actually sit on the benches and watch TV at the same time. This isn't The Sims 4, so I don't know if they can multitask, but it would be nice if they could do that. Another injured worker from the mine. Haven't been doing too bad, though, with the medkits, honestly. Not too many cases, just one case of malnutrition so far. And I think we've got that covered because we got the chicken and beef machine rolling out hard. And we got the biologist, you know, we got some extra ones in here. Looks like all the plants are maintained. It looks like I have a nice balance going on right now. So I'm not sure what to do because, it seems like the cargo's filling up at just the right rate. And I'm not seeing, a big stockpile of food hanging around the plants. It seems like we're just in perfect harmony right now. And, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to totally mess it up when I let some more people in here. But, you know, we got to do it. We got to make a big colony. I mean, look at all that room we've got behind us there. We just got so much room to build on. And we got to check out some of those bigger techs, you know, so we can build some of those bigger things. Another thing I need to do, though, is definitely build another power capacitor now that you know, I got some additional buildings that are going to draw some more power for certain. The control room will start to draw more power as I add additional things to it. So it has 3 things that I'm certain that go into it. I don't know if there are more things that go into it, but there is the desks that... Oh, no, there's far more stuff that goes into it than I'm thinking. And one of them, you know what? I don't even know what it's used for. Which is strange for me, because usually I know, pretty much everything that's going on in the game while I'm playing it, but there's one thing I do not know. And hey, if you guys know in the comments, hit me on this. So what is the radio telescope desks for? I know you can build the radio telescopes to communicate, but what is it for? What does it do? Do I get better trade offers? Is it for people coming down in the colony to rest? Is it a warning system? What? Give me the infos. Give me the details. Hit me in the comments. All right, and then the next thing we can build is the desks that get run by the engineers that are for the telescopes. I want to build 2 telescopes, which gives me an 84% coverage rate of all disasters. Perhaps maybe I'll build 3 to get, I don't know what it is after 84. Maybe it's like 100%. And then there is the security desk, which I'll definitely want to get some security in there when I start thinking about letting people in to stay at the colony. And I need to make sure that I build them some guns, because the security are pretty much useless unless they have guns. And that gets built inside of the factory, I believe. So there's one more machine that I can place down inside of the factory that will build the guns. Status of my colony is good. We have 9 engineers. And now our control facility is going up, so we are moving along again, good and dandy in this episode. Of course, it's a little longer than the 15 minutes, so we get more stuff done, which I think is good. It's a good thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching some other Let's Plays of this game on some different channels, but it seems like a lot of the guys like to, you know, speed up the video. They like to speed it up, like, you know, whatever. But I'm really enjoying playing this game at just normal pace. I don't know if that annoys any of you guys or anything. If you want to like hurry up and see that, I know some of you you're referencing because I said something about like the beefcake laser or whatever. There was someone that said something about the laser, so that's kind of cracks me up. But yeah, we will get the beefy laser. Does not shoot beef, but we will get the beefy laser up after we get the telescopes up and running. All right, Yellow Bot on the spot. I love Yellow Bot. Man, I'm gonna be so sad when Yellow Bot goes. Yellow Bot has pretty much gone through most of his life cycle. I want to say him, but it's it. Don't go, Yellow Bot. All right, so here, yeah, we have the telescope control. We're gonna go ahead and place down one of those. Of course, we have the gun lockers and the security panels. But I think now that we have this facility built, I'm not sure, but we might be able to sound the alert. The alert, so people won't get fried or irradiated in the coming solar flare that is just inevitable. It has actually been quite a long time. All right, so telescope up and running. Well, being built at some point soon. Not built yet, but will be built soon. Yeah, so I think it's doing pretty good considering, you know, resources are going to other places. I mean, you can see this guy is carrying bioplastic in the middle to the desk that's being built for the telescope. Things are being moved like metal and bioplastic to the capacitor machine, and the spares. I set a pretty strict limit on the spares, so I think they stopped working on those, which is good. And I set a pretty strict limit on capacitors. Only 5 are allowed right now, so that really should keep the resources down. That's the plan. And yeah, I think I pretty much did strict things with all things in regards to production. Med kits, everything. Because I don't want an overstock of that. That's exactly what I was worried about with my cargo facility. And again, the dominant thing is definitely food, but we can see we have some med kits in there, some bioplastic, we have some steel in there. So that will all get used towards the telescope, and fortunately the telescope is not a super expensive thing to build, so that's good. Now, have you guys noticed, I know I didn't talk about it, but are you noticing that my airlocks are starting to go red? When I placed down the robotics facility behind the factory, it took a really long time for the oxygen. It actually took oxygen away from the factory, and the engineer was kind of hanging out, not sure what to do. So I'm really kind of teetering right now on the oxygen. And again, that has to do with the water supply as well. So it's just inevitable. It's just inevitable. So when I get the security system up and running, it's probably the next thing I need to do is build another oxygen generator. But where to place it is kind of my thought process here. So where do I want it? Because I really do have this whole like spider network going on here, and I want to expand kind of in this direction here where we're moving the camera, because that's where we have all the room. Wow, look at that. So this is like the first time I look at the gauge on the wind meter, and the wind is, oh, we're in the middle of a sandstorm. Come on. I didn't see the warning. I'm like, oh, the wind changer, it's doing good. It's doing great. Yeah. Freaking sandstorm. Come on. Jeez. Actually, you know what? I think it was running pretty good during the day, the previous day too. So I can't say that, because I actually did look up and see that the wind generator was pumping out the wind and there was no sandstorm going on. It was actually doing pretty good, so I can't complain. Now, when these guys are out, why are they going to that airlock? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I think he just didn't want to wait. He didn't want to wait for that dude there. He's like, I'm just gonna go to this one. All right, cool. So the longer they stay out during a sandstorm, their health degrades, and they may get like a health symbol above, and they may have to go to the med bay and get a med kit. I think that's another thing that has to get done. Looks like my my synthetic meat machines are not being maintained. Wow, the biologists must all be sleeping at the same time. What's going on? That's what's going on, because look at that. Oh, another case of malnutrition. Oh, right. I'm actually surprised to see that, but I guess it could happen, you know, with those machines not functioning in full operating order. But again, like I said, we're one patch behind, and I think that's going to happen a lot less once we get up to speed, which we'll be up to speed pretty soon here. But yeah, we're just one patch behind. No bigs. What you doing, Yellow Bot? You just hanging out in the security center? That's cool. That's cool. And then Blue Bot's getting some repairs. Pretty soon there's going to be more than one Blue Bot. We're going to have a whole bunch of Blue Bots rolling around. It's going to be fan-frickin-tastic. Yeah, power system is doing well. Like these two power collectors with the two solar arrays, I think is perfect for what we got going on right now. When we build the beefcake laser, we might need to build an additional power collector just to make sure, because it has this whole like recharge cycle, and I think it draws as much power as the mine does, and that's quite a bit, but not as much as the production facility. I think the production facility is drawn the most power out of pretty much everything. So, yep. Alright, so my biologists are all awake. Looks like my plants are back in good order, so they're probably going to go fix the synthesizer machines, and we are in daytime, so we're recharging. Everything is looking good. So we got to start working on those milestones, yeah? I'm not sure, like, one of them's a power one. I think one of them's a tech one. One of them probably has to do with bringing down people who can hang out and stay at the space station. When I was playing this game for myself, kind of checking things out, it said I got some weird message like saying like your colony's known all throughout the land, or throughout the whatever. It's a well-known colony. I haven't got that message for this, and I feel like I've surpassed that colony to where I got that message, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what I did wrong. I think it probably has to do with the status, you know, because I'm fluctuating between good and excellent. But I see some more sad faces. Some more sad faces. Not so happy. It's always the workers. I guess they're not watching enough galactic news, because that seems to be what's on the TV all the time, is galactic news. Alright, I think I need 2 more pieces of ore and I'm good, but that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.